Can you heal and rebuild your life after escaping a toxic and abusive family? Just when I thought my family's toxicity couldn't get worse, my aunt moved in. She was my mother's sister, but you'd never guess it by how cold and cruel she was. From the moment she arrived, the house grew darker. She had a sharp tongue and a knack for stirring up conflict. She always found ways to undermine me. Where my parents ignored me, she outright attacked, mocking my ambitions, belittling my choices, and making it clear I was a disappointment. Her presence made every day feel unbearable, like walking through a storm with no shelter. The worst part was how she targeted my vulnerabilities. When I told my mom about the abuse, she brushed it off. She's family. You have to deal with her. It felt like betrayal all over again. The emotional wounds were constant. She called me lazy, a failure, blamed me for her misery. Her bitterness poisoned everything. Meanwhile, my older sister turned darker too. She wasn't just emotionally abusive, she started stealing from me. First it was money, then clothes, then things that mattered deeply to me. When I confronted her, she twisted the blame, said I was careless or imagining things. My family ignored it. It felt like they were all turning into one force against me. I was suffocating. My home became a battlefield, and I was fighting alone. But then came Mrs. Harper, our neighbor, a kind woman in her 60s with a garden full of flowers. She noticed the bruises I thought I'd hidden. She began checking in on me. At first I was ashamed, hesitant, but her kindness broke through. She listened, fed me, and reminded me not everyone wanted to hurt me. She became my protector. When my aunt's cruelty worsened, Mrs. Harper called child services and helped me start seeking safety. Someone finally believed me. That changed everything. It gave me courage and a small sense of hope. I finally felt seen and heard. But back home, things got worse. My sister stole the money I'd been saving to escape. One day I caught her red-handed. She screamed, "You don't deserve anything! You're weak!" Her words cut deeper than any hit. I realized she didn't just want control, she wanted me to stay trapped in misery with her. That's when I started hiding my savings. I got more cautious, more guarded. But my determination to leave only grew. Mrs. Harper helped me plan, gather documents, collect evidence, get legal help. She even offered me a place to stay. Her kindness was my lifeline. The night I escaped was chaos. My aunt screamed. My sister blocked the door. My parents stood frozen in anger and shame, but I slipped out the back, heart pounding. Mrs. Harper was waiting in her car. I was finally free. That moment was fear, relief, and hope all at once. Away from them, healing began. But it wasn't easy. Nightmares haunted me. Therapy helped me untangle the pain. Slowly, I reclaimed the pieces of myself that had been buried. Mrs. Harper stayed by my side. She introduced me to support groups. There, I met others with stories like mine. Together, we shared and healed. That community became my chosen family. A family built on love, not pain. Months later, I learned my sister was spreading rumors, calling me selfish for leaving. It was her way of trying to keep control, but I refused to let her poison my new life. I focused on healing and rebuilding. I enrolled in college, got part-time jobs. Every paycheck, every class was a step toward the life I wanted. I wasn't just surviving anymore, I was building something real. The past still hurt, but I had tools to manage it. Then came a letter from my sister, a shaky apology. She admitted her wrongs. I felt conflicted, hopeful but guarded. Forgiveness was complicated. Maybe someday. But for now, I protected my peace and set strong boundaries. My aunt never reached out, and I was glad. Some wounds are too deep. Some people are too toxic. I learned that family isn't blood. It's who loves and respects you. Mrs. Harper showed me what family could be. As I rebuilt, I found love in unexpected places. Friends became siblings. Mentors became parents. My chosen family gave me roots I'd never had. I learned that safety isn't just physical. It's emotional too. My scars never vanished, but they became signs of survival. I started sharing my story to help others. I became an advocate. Proof that healing is real, that escaping is possible, that life beyond abuse does exist. Years later, my mom messaged me. She wanted to meet. My heart pounded. Hope, fear, anger. I said yes. She confessed she didn't know how to help me and regretted staying silent. It wasn't closure, but it was a start. I told my story honestly. Set boundaries for any future relationship. Forgiveness wasn't instant, but I was proud of how far I'd come. Healing isn't linear, but I was walking the path on my terms now. Looking back, I realized how strong it is to walk away from a toxic family. It's terrifying, but necessary. True freedom is emotional, spiritual, and physical. My life proves that your past doesn't define your future. If you're in a situation like mine, know this: you are not alone. Help exists. Better days are real. Your pain is real, but it does not define you. You can escape. You can heal. And you absolutely deserve love and peace. I'm living proof that even when those closest to you break you, you can rise. You can build a new life, one filled with hope, kindness, and true family. Your story isn't over. In fact, it's just beginning.